Welcome to the Lizzie Show. Today we're going to talk about it. Am I a person who is easy to get along with? Would you even like me in person? Would you find me irritating, annoying, aggravating? Would you find me to be a difficult person to be around? I don't know. It's possible, because as wonderful as I think I am, realistically, I am not to all people. And when I say this specifically, I mean that I am probably the most difficult person to be around, and I will be honest, to work with. Why? Because as the years have passed by, and I have been doing this career for many years, I feel like I'm always working, and this is me, I'm only human, I'm here to learn and understand how to deal with myself better in this situation, in a feeling of constant urgency. Like there's a sense of urgency to get the job done, to get in early, to not leave anything lingering because something else might pop up. And then I work with other people and I'm not really understanding where they're coming from because I'm living in my own world. And I think that's the hardest thing when we work with other people. We don't know what they're going through. We might only be focused on our own struggles, our own difficulties within getting through that day. So who knows, really? I mean, I have this idea of myself that I'm a fun person, I'm an exciting person, I'm a funny person, I'm a good person, I'm a hardworking person, I'm dependable, reliable. But then all it takes is someone else to completely tell you how they feel about you, that they don't like you at all, and it kind of makes you go, well, wait a minute. I guess I need to improve myself. I'm not as wonderful as I thought I was. So this gives me perspective. Yes, I am not the person that everyone will like, that everyone will be drawn to. I am not the person that everyone would want to be friends with. The thing about being human and having a personality is that a lot of personalities clash. And I seem to clash more with people I work with, because I'm not about killing time having small talk. I'm at a point, and I don't know if this is a problem, where I just want to get the work done and go home. I've said this before. It's like, it's Monday, it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday, it's Thursday. Like, I guess my area of improvement needs to be, I need to have more discussions with my coworkers, have a little huddle, say, hi, how are you? Be more concerned about them, even though maybe the problem is I'm only concerned about myself and getting the patients done. And again, like, what am I saying? I'm saying that I'm not perfect. I have to learn. I'll apologize. I'll say, listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I come off like a bully. I'm sorry I come off aggressive. I'm just expressing myself. And a lot of people's perception of me is explained to me, because I don't know. I'm not looking at myself. I don't know me. I don't know me the way other people know me, because I only see life through my eyes, and I only project my existence through my physical form. But other people can actually see my physical form, can actually hear me, see me, notice who I am. Now, I'll hear that I'm the best person to work with, but not 100% of the time. Maybe I'm not someone's favorite personality type to work with. This isn't all the time. What I'm saying is that it puts you in check when I hear that someone really doesn't like me, or they don't like the way I work, or they tell me what my problem is. And I'm like, here's the thing with me. I'm here. I'm ready for you to tell me what my problem is. Please tell me, enlighten me, tell me what my problem is. Because I'm all open to hearing what your perception is of what the problem is with me. But to me, to be honest with you, it's not a problem. It's an asset. I like working this way because it works best for me. I like getting it all done before the work piles up. That's my nature. I've been doing this for so long. I'd rather go faster. I'd rather get it done so that when something else pops up, it's not more work I have to do later in the day. That's my nature. So I think the idea is that when we work with people, everyone has a different nature and a different personality and a different way of doing the same job. So it's the same job, but everyone has their different way of doing it. So it's really hard for me at this point in my life, making friends and singing kumbaya with the people I work with. I'd rather make friends outside of work because a lot of times, to be honest with you, you are betrayed by people you work with. As I was saying earlier, I have a reputation that should exceed, these trivial complaints by someone else. Also, I want to say something else. I think that when adults have an issue, they should sort it out between each other. We're adults, like real adults. We've been adulting for quite some time, and yet people still go to the boss, and then the boss comes to us, and then there's still tension between the two coworkers. And I'm like, listen, we need to sort this out because we have a little bit more time together and we have someone new starting that we have to train. So let's just figure this out. I get it. You don't like me. I'm the most difficult person you ever had to work with. That's almost like I'm scratching my head like, really? Okay, I'm almost feel flattered in a way. Like I'm the worst? Okay. So I take it in, I breathe it in, I say, what are you gonna do? I can't be everybody's favorite, right? But I said, listen, I apologize. I get it. I may come off a little bit aggressive because when you come in the morning and I say, can you do something, and you feel attacked because you didn't even put your purse down yet. So my whole thing, and I don't know if it's a cultural thing. I don't know if people in New York would be offended, if I get along with them. I'm like, let's get the job done. Her perception was she didn't even put her bag down and I was already coming at her with work to do. Now, mind you, yesterday I did 8 patients with a broken machine. So it added an extra level of stress for me. I understand my coworker also had work to do. More work because she works more hours. She works 3 days a week, but more hours. So she had more outpatients. So this is not a test or a competition of who did more. It's really just 2 people who were overworked and frustrated, and we're taking yesterday's frustration and it's spilling over till today. And listen, you can't, something like, for example, see this bottle of water? Doesn't matter how much I shake it. If something's not there, you can't stir it up in someone. So the only way to stir something into someone, stir it up, it has to already be there. It doesn't matter how much I shake this water. If there's not something in here to be stirred up, it wouldn't be stirred up. But I stirred something up in this woman. In my mind, it had to already be there to be stirred up. That's my philosophical thought. Now, I stayed to make amends with her because we have to work together again on Wednesday. And there can't be this heated tension. And we have 6 more weeks together and we just got to get the work done. I said, you know what? I'll slow down. We'll have a one-on-one huddle. I'll talk to you. You'll talk to me. Let's just get through this, but the whole point of me making this video is that mediating people and dealing with people and relationships at work, I will say, is probably the most difficult thing in like a civilized society of life. It really is. Because not only are you trying to maintain yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, you have to also maintain your relationships with the people at work. Even though, and it's okay, you're not really personally interested in the person, like you're past that. Because maybe your cup is full. You already have friends, you already have family, you already have pets. You're coming to work and maybe it shouldn't be this way, but who's to say it should or shouldn't be this way? You're coming to work, you're doing a great job, and then you want to go home. Is it wrong that I don't want to have small talk? Is it wrong that I don't care what you did this weekend? Is it wrong that I don't care where you're going on vacation? Is it wrong of me? I don't think it's wrong of me. I'm a good person. I care about I have enough energy and enough of a full cup to give to all my impatients. I want to talk to them. I got to get to know them. I have to make them laugh. I have energy for 8 interactions with 8 different strangers every single day. With the coworker, I'm at a point in my life where I don't have as much to give. Is that a problem? I don't know if that's a problem. You could tell me in the comments if that's a problem. I feel like my work should speak for itself. Perhaps that's what burnout is. You're burnt out. You're burnt out on the routine. You're burnt out of hearing, how was your weekend? What are you doing this weekend? It's all just repetitive small talk. And it's not that first of all, you don't have to think you're a bad person or not a good person because you're not partaking in conversations. You really don't. You don't. Like, are they going to fire you for not making small talk? Are they going to let you go? Because I'm not saying that I don't like to fill the dead air, if there is any, with some conversations and with talking and with getting to know people. I get it. But I've been there for so long that I'm past the honeymoon phase with anyone. Like, there's no more honeymoon for me. I just want to be done. And I just want to do my job and go home. And that is coming off in a negative way. But the conversation that can be opened here, is there such thing as having a bad or a good personality at work? Yes, there is. Because you have to not so much worry about having a great personality at work, but you have to be willing to have good communications with the person you work with. So it's not about being friends. It's not about exchanging small talk. It's not about their vacation and their kids and what they're doing and their bad marriage, their good marriage. I mean, sometimes people tell me things so personal about their lives. I would never repeat it, but it does sit with you. And I'm going to tell you one piece of advice. Please, when you go to work, don't tell anyone about your personal business. Nothing. And you could just say, I don't choose sharing. Those are my boundaries. You know, like if they ask you, what does your girlfriend do for a living? What does your wife do for a living? What are your kids doing? What is your husband? Oh, what are you doing this week? Like, you could say, what are you worried about? Them not liking you? Like, who cares? I think we constantly live in this state of who's going to like me and not like me, not like me. And then people overshare. I would never repeat it. But the things that I know about one of my coworkers is blows me away. And I think some people at work, when I say they overshare personal things, keep it to yourselves. You don't need these people you work with who are essentially strangers that all of a sudden we become friends. But as soon as you leave the job, you're never going to talk to them again. You're never going to talk to them again. They're only useful to you because you do the same job. Just because you do the same thing doesn't mean you're the same person. You do the same thing, you're completely different people, right? Yeah, you do the same thing. You have a completely different mind, a completely different consciousness, a completely different way of thinking about doing the job. And realistically, it's not that this person had anything right or wrong with them. The issue is that we didn't communicate. And the stress of the job rolled over into a point where she interpreted me, her perception of me was being like a bully because I asked her to do something. Okay, so whose job is it to say who's in the right or the wrong? That's up to the judge and the jury. That's up to the boss. That's up to the manager, right? I don't know. It really is all perception. There is no right or wrong. There is no crime that has been committed. There is just words that have been exchanged in a very monotone way. And in my opinion, it was blown way out of proportion. That's my opinion. But I'm not going to lie to you and say that after being at this one place for almost 2 years and seeing so many people come and go and come and go and working constantly and waking up at 4:20 in the morning because I want to be prepared and I want to get the work done. And like I said, I have a good conscience. I'm not saying that other people should be devalued because they haven't been there as long as me. What I'm saying is my imperfections showed. They showed up because if someone is upset with me, it is something that I'm not doing. I wasn't communicating. I wasn't being nice enough. I didn't have to be this woman's friend, but essentially, managers and supervisors, I'd never want to be a manager or a supervisor because it's very hard to manage how people get along, especially when you work in a high stress job. And inevitably, this is a problem that will always persist because people's personalities will always conflict in some way, especially with women. Women always seem to just get on each other's nerves. We annoy each other. This is newsflash to the men who are watching. Women get on each other's nerves. We annoy each other. It only takes so much time and we'll find something about you that gets on our nerves. That's why even with the friends, we can only see the friends so much. We phase out of friends outside of our teenage years and early 20s. And then eventually you settle down because we all get on each other's nerves. I'm saying that with some humor, of course, but let's face it. When we are at work, we are trying to be as civil and appropriate and namaste as possible, even though human nature wants to express itself and have a little tantrum. But you have to keep calm. Now, mind you, yesterday I was the one with the broken machine. And no one said, well, Liz, way to go. I'm glad you got all those echoes done, even with the broken machine. Not one person. But that's my bad. See, I'm expecting something from the bosses, from the managers, that's never going to come. But I know in my heart that I did what someone else would have not done because the machine is shutting down. The machine actually got better throughout the day. It was kind of like the machine had a cold, and by the end of the day, it wasn't as bad. Anyway, so I'm like, do I get any credit? Do I get any credit for all the times I've worked alone and I've done in 8 hours what people don't even do in 12 hours? Is that forgotten about? We're talking about numbers. What about my numbers? So another message here is please don't attach your self-worth to a job and a career or anything. Because I noticed that we're very easily disposable off of something very minute and small. That's why I was talking about reputation earlier. Like, how can you tell me to my face that what I did doesn't matter now? We're only worried about now. So then I guess Monday, we don't have to worry about today then. The same rationalization can be applied. So, I mean, every day should matter for something. Would it have mattered if I just didn't show up? So I could see how people become nihilistic and angry and resentful when it takes something very small, like a little bit of a miscommunication between two people at work, to get managers to maybe take sides. And they shouldn't take sides, and I'm not saying they do take sides, but it does make you feel, or it makes me feel a little bit frustrated to go, where's the loyalty? Waking up at 4:20, getting there when there's ice on the road, fog on the road, bad weather, nobody shows up, I show up. Forget about it. I realize now, this is life. Remember, put your family first. Always your family first, your animals first, yourself first. Because jobs and the business are always worried about the bottom line. How much money they're making, their reputation. Even though I would think the fact that I have a good reputation of showing up all these weeks and months and years on time and getting all the inpatients done and treating them like gold should stand for their reputation. Not a little bird fight. I shouldn't say fight. A little bird. I don't even know what to call it. All I said is, will you do one inpatient? And she went off. So, okay. I guess I'm the bully here. I'm the bully. But yesterday I was told that I was too passive. Too passive or the bully? Which one? Because I got the work done. I'm proud of myself. Maybe my mother's watching me from heaven. Maybe she's not. Maybe nobody's watching. Maybe nobody cares. But it does make you feel very frustrated and say, to hell with this. You know, maybe I should just live in a tent. And no, I'm not going to live in a tent. I don't know. Human beings, the whole human experience, even when things are civil, they're difficult. There's always issues. There's always problems. Personalities clash. My personality clashes with other people. And women clash a lot. They're clashers. I'm not saying that there's not areas where I'm sure everybody is kumbaya and they get along and they're best friends and they're taking pictures together and they're also going to after work parties, which I think is unnecessary because you already spent enough time together at work. But realistically, in my opinion, the more stressful the job, the less time I have to be your friend. But I'm wrong. You could still be friendly in your communication. So you see, I'm having this existential, reflecting, trying to make myself better. But at least I can say, I'm sorry. Let's make it better. I apologize. I don't know. People are difficult because personalities are all different. And I wonder, do men have the same problem as women as far as communication and he said this, I said that, and they run to the boss? Like, I wonder. Or you just settle your disputes. Because this whole thing about telling this one or that one and then it has to get mediated like we're in junior high school is kind of ridiculous. Because I mediated it at the end of the day. And I apologize and I thought, I'm sorry. Sorry to come off that way. You know, tell me what my problem is. Tell me. What is it? Because I think I'm an asset. I think that when I'm gone, they will see. Who cares? When I'm gone, maybe they'll notice. Maybe they won't. But a new grad is starting. And she'll fill my spot. And you know what? The work should be evenly dispersed. Do you know what I'm saying? So perhaps we need to stop working ourselves to the bone, and one person should do in and one person should do out. Not in and out. Like one person should do inpatients and outpatients. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's a hospital. And it shouldn't be saying, well, one inpatient doesn't have to be done. It could be an outpatient. Because if you're in the hospital, it's not like the worst it can get. Like, shouldn't we accommodate the inpatients first? But no, ladies and gentlemen, it's a business. They make their money with the outpatients. Then they're talking about reputation of the hospital. Yeah, reputation. I have a good reputation. This whole hospital knows me. And you know what? Rumors, they get started. Wrong rumors get started by the wrong people who don't have a good reputation. At this point, I feel like where I'm at right now is temporary. The 6 weeks will pass, and I just need a new environment. And I can improve myself. But that's why new jobs are good. You could just play a new character, play a new role. And that's what I will do. Because essentially, we're all just playing characters. I'm just playing a role. And I try to be myself in a more positive way. and try to be better. That's why I like contracts for 13 weeks and then be done. This has been 2 years. It's too hard to fake it for 2 years. I could fake it for like 3 months, maybe 6. After that, I'm tired, I'm annoyed, I can't wait to get out of here. Like, come on, you're just stuck inside the same building all day, every day, doing the same thing. You're gonna tell me that's not challenging as a human being when I know one day my time will be up? And I don't like small talk. Now you know. I like deep intellectual talk. Let's really get into it. Or just ignore me. Oh, he's gonna knock this bottle off. But remember, you can't stir something in someone if it's not there to begin with. I was gonna look for something to put in here to show you the analogy. Like right now, there's nothing in here, you can't stir it up. But I'm gonna give you an example. I think I have coffee. So look at these coffee grinds, right? I'm gonna show you. I want to show you this analogy. See if I could do this. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to make you understand. So, can you see the coffee down there settled at the bottom? You see it? So this looks like a clear bottle of water. So let's say the person said that you stirred something in them. You can't stir up something in someone unless it's already there. So now look. You see the coffee? You see it? There you go. So now you see all the little coffee in there stirred up, but it's only because it's there. So ladies and gentlemen, you can't stir something out of someone unless it's already there. So whatever this person got upset about, it was already there. But I was watching like a show. Perhaps I'm a tyrant. I don't know. Come here, Frankie boy. But I got my Frankie boy. Look at this. Frankie's a bully too, right? We're both bullies? All right. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. I love you. I know you love me too. Nothing like cat hair on the lips. Ah, life. Even when you do the right thing, you get in trouble. Trouble. They used to call me Trouble. It's been a while. I wonder why. I'm just a bad seed. I'm just kidding. I'm a good seed. I'm too good. All right, Mother Teresa. Lizzie's going now. I'll see you next time. Tell me what you think. Thank you. Bye.